I've decided the rest of the morning, whenever you hear that weather intro for our friends over at the Storm Team 3 Weather Lab, we're just going to say, Dave says you're going to have the free songs. Coming up, Stevie P with sports. Like, that's all you need to know.
I agree.
I'm ready to get the fleece out. Because what you don't know about me, because we've had the last couple winters have been mild, so I've never had to break it out. But actually, my favorite uniform for the cool weather in Louisiana is my UL sweatshirt that I've had since I was a student. Let me tell you, it's black and off-white. There's
cool
no white
looking.
anymore. It's that old. Anyway, Stevie P joins us from ESPN 1420. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we were talking just before Bernie's newscast about the Colin Kaepernick official grievance.
Yeah.
He has posted against the owners in the NFL for colluding against him to keep him off the field. Part of me says this is the First Amendment at work. You're not in jail, but people can decide if they want to employ you. And the other part is, is he just like the Johnny Manziel in the way of you're just such a distraction off the field?
Yeah.
We want someone who's going to be focused on the field. Because, the best NFL players are truthfully the boring ones.
Right.
The ones, Drew Brees, you never see him falling out of clubs.
Right.
You never, he has his kids, he has his walk-ons partnership, he has Jimmy John's, he goes to San Diego during the summers. What is interesting about this guy, except that he just seems to be really focused?
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily even think that Colin Kaepernick could even offer anything, but that's just me.
Colin Kaepernick is good enough to be a quarterback in the NFL, but he's a marginal starter. And what I'm saying is, in any line of business, the more productive you could be, the more of a distraction you could be. Just the way it is. Just like over here, our salespeople, if they sell $1 million of advertising a day, they could probably walk around here naked.
And people would just look the other way.
Yeah, because that's just the way it is, because of what they bring to the company.
Hilarious.
Good point.
Really, that's kind of just the way it is. Colin Kaepernick, though, while he's good enough to be a backup quarterback, I don't think there's any question about that. If you ask me do I think that Colin Kaepernick is one of the top, 60 quarterbacks in the world, the answer to that is probably yes.
Yeah.
But, again, the same thing with Tim Tebow. And I know that we're on opposite, they're not in there for different reasons.
Yeah.
And Tim Tebow, unfortunately, he didn't ask for the circus that surrounds him with Tebow Mania. But the reason why he didn't get another shot is because he wasn't good enough to be a definite starter.
Yeah.
He was only good enough to be a backup. Now, I ask the question of you, as an owner or a general manager, do you really want that from your backup quarterback?
Do you want Michael Jackson to sing backup vocals from Mariah Carey?
Right. It's kind of just the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you want your backup quarterback to be in the background.
Yeah.
When your backup quarterback comes to the forefront, that's probably not a good idea for your football team. So regardless of your political views and all that other stuff, and look, I've said it before, I'm for standing up for the anthem. That's just the way it is. But I think that from a football standpoint, that's the reason why Colin Kaepernick hadn't been signed. It's different, but yet at the same time, it's pretty much the same reason why Tim Tebow was, left the NFL.
There's not much I compliment the Cowboys for. I've just never really been a Cowboys fan, and I even lived there for a while. It just never really took to it. I will say this, though. Dak Prescott, in this last season, when he pretty much played most of the season because Tony Romo was injured for most of the season, he was never the star. People tried to make him that,
right?
But I always thought he was really respectful to understand, no, I'm the backup. I may be playing every game,
right,
but I'm still the backup, until Tony Romo was gone, so... I get what you're saying.
No question.
Great point. And I hadn't even thought about it from that perspective.
No. And a great weekend, going back to Thursday, the Cajuns won. They're 3-3. They're trying to get bowl eligible. Well, halfway through the year, who would have thought when they were 1-3 that, we'd be talking bowl for the Cajuns right now. LSU, who would have thought after that loss to Troy that they would have defeated two top 25 teams in back-to-back weeks. They did that with a big win over Auburn. And now the Saints, who would have thought after the first 2 weeks that we'd be talking playoffs? I think the Saints are going to the playoffs.
Awesome.
They're 3-2 right now. They play the Packers next week, who will be playing without Aaron Rodgers, and they play the Bears the next week, and Aaron Rodgers can come back and play for the Bears, and the Saints are still going to win that game.
Yeah.
So you're likely looking at the Saints to be 5-2. So if you're a football fan around this area right now, unless you're a fan of the Packers, you're probably really excited right now.
Well, you're probably alone anyway if you're a fan of the Packers, so who cares? All right, Stevie P coming up in just about 15 minutes over on our sister station, ESPN 1420. Thanks for stopping by.
Been your pleasure.
No talk of nachos today either. I could really go for some today. Hey, by the way, I tried the what kind of cheese does not belong to you joke with my 4-year-old. And when I told her nacho cheese, like the look she gave me, it was so disapproving and disappointed that I didn't provide any more effort to tell her a better joke. So I'm done with the nacho cheese joke.
Just there.
Just so you know.